Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 30th of June. That's right. We've reached the end of the first half of 2023. And we live joyfully because God has been with us every step of the way, and He'll be with us in the second half as well, as He was with the people of Israel. We're reading through the book of Joshua, chapter 2. Joshua sent some spies into the land, and we're told they went and they entered a house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. Probably a place to stay which wouldn't raise too many questions, but nonetheless a person that wasn't Jewish, she wasn't one of the Israelite community. She's probably even on the fringes of her own community, and yet she had a remarkable insight into what God was doing, because from verse 9 we read the following. She said to them, "I know that the Lord has given this land to you, and that a great fear of you has fallen on us, so that all who live in the land are melting in fear because of you. We have heard what the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to Sihon and Og, the two kings of the Amorites east of the Jordan, whom you completely destroyed. We have heard of it. Our hearts melted and everyone's courage failed because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on the earth below." And so she recognizes what God is doing. And that's a kind of statement of faith that we haven't seen many of the Israelites make. That God is working, God is in control, God is going to do it. God's going to hand everything over to the Israelites as He promised. She sees it, the Israelites don't. And for me, that's a challenge that we've got to pray, God, help us to see what we wouldn't normally see, or open our eyes that we won't be blind, but also to just deal graciously with people around about, particularly people that we might not think are the right kind of people. Here was this prostitute who we probably wouldn't want to come to our services on a Sunday, but she has this wonderful insight, and because of that she is saved, her family saved with her, and she even enters Scripture as an example of a person of faith through into the New Testament. And so for me, that's just an encouragement that God can work with anybody. Nobody's beyond the pale. And for me, that's always an encouragement. God can use even people like us. And even God can use even people like those people I don't think can be used. And that's always a challenge for me, to be open to what God is doing in me and in others. So I pray that you'll see God working in you and in the people round about you, even unexpected people. And as we see that, we know that we're blessed.